What's up, guys? Thought I'd record something for you for the New Year's to let you know that I'm still around, still kicking, still working hard toward my trading goals. I've been working hard on working on different things such as my top-down analysis and aligning time frames, as well as recognizing phases of price and yeah, just the whole nine. With that being said, this is a freaking consolidation. We've been in this fucking consolidation since freaking ever. I'm sorry about my language. I'm just really pissed. Sick and tired of it. You're probably like, what do you mean a consolidation? This is a consolidation, dog. Like, look at this. See? We're between this week's candle. We're between this week's... I knew it. It's down here. We're between this week's candle. We just now taking the freaking high. And then ES is just freaking longing to all affinity. Shit. I wouldn't really say ES is within a consolidation, but it is what it is. We gapped up, still within this stupid ass range. Ranges. I hate consolidations, especially daily consolidations. They're freaking worst. Anyways, with that being said, sorry for my little outburst. This is going to be, it looks like a two-stage. Oh, this is so unideal. You're probably like, okay, we took both sides. So that's not helpful. I think I have to skip this day. Because I don't have any, direction. We gapped up. Looks like a two-stage SMT. We're consolidating around range high. We took both sides, not ideal. And with that being, with us taking both sides, we're now in a range. Next day. Alright, better. See, look at this. 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock. Went up for what? No reason, not set with anything in particular. Nothing whatsoever. Actually, this did end up putting in an SMT, but what was that? 6 o'clocks? So 9 o'clock ended up putting us SMT. Then we could have traded the 10 o'clock higher, I guess. But nah. Need to have some. Okay, frick. We're consolidating. Consolidating. Manipulation. What the hell's going on? This is a straight up consolidation. Let me look at the daily real quick. Oh my god. Ugh. Okay, range highs. Well, we kind of massively expanded past it. Nasdaq is gonna be our weakest. YM our strongest. ES our middle. We are consolidating. This is a dead ass consolidation here. We're technically within this candle's range, right? But this becomes our new range high. And then our range low becomes this because we're just overall within this candle's range. Kind of the same thing here. Consolidations, man. At range high, we need one of these sides to be manipulated. I mean, this was manipulated, so I mean, I guess it's SMT. It could be an SMT here. And then what is this? This is the equivalent. So right here. So we're consolidating. Consolidation is usually a continuation signature. The only issue is that, well, we need one side to be taken. So there's not much I can do here, realistically speaking. We do have this SMT put in here, but if we're going to go lower, I would need to see a flip, and that's not what I'm seeing. Cool. We end up taking the lows. What does this mean though? Because we took consolidation highs, but now we're taking consolidation lows, so we have some decoupling going on here. But what's the reason? So Nasdaq might have, no, hold on a minute. Yeah, I have no fucking clue. Because we're putting in a reversal signature here, but like, you see how this is like consolidating now? It's like, what is the true reason? We started flipping here, and then this is decoupled. But we're coming back into a 50-minute fair value gap. YM could be the lagging asset right now, when their true intent is to actually go lower. I need more information. Oh, frick. We're going higher. You can play the lagging asset, maybe. Potentially. I don't know. Framework's ass, though. Nah, I can't take anything here. 3 minutes CISD, yeah, but I would ideally want to take the continuation, but this is not giving me anything. Let's see. Okay, see, that's why you don't take it. 11 o'clock now. Let's look at the 4-hour. Didn't manipulate the low. This did. 10 o'clock looks like it reversed price. Shit, what the hell? Oh my god, this is a consolidation. Yep, consolidation. Sheet. From one consolidation to another consolidation. It's ridiculous. I need a 50-minute. Consolidation still. Okay, we took the consolidation low. C3. Alright, maybe can take this. Ah, shit. SMT, by the way. Damn it. I can't take anything here again. And we're back in another consolidation. Jeez. Next day. Terrible price action. Consolidation. We do have an SMT here. So maybe this can give us some insight to go lower. What day is today? Today's also Thursday. How did the week form out? Monday, open load, then we gapped up. Could be capping off the high of the week, maybe. And just making sure we are in a consolidation on NQ, but not on YM and ES. So we could be coming back within the range. We'll have to see. So 4 o'clock, 6 o'clock candle supports expansion to the downside. Yes. Oh god, out of a consolidation high. It's because this was a consolidate. Actually, this is a consolidation. Shit. Consolidation low would be down here. This is a straight up consolidation. Consolidation low would be there. Consolidation low would be here technically. And you're probably like, why there? Because if you can see from this range to this high, we're consolidating within that range. So this is technically the consolidation low for NASDAQ. Now, as for which asset I'd want to take this on, you can easily tell on like the higher time frame. I take that back. Never mind. You cannot actually really tell. Maybe on the 4-hour then. It's looking like ES. Do I think we're gonna get down all the way down here? Probably not. But maybe the 1800 candles low could be a viable option. I don't know, we're really close to it already. And we've kind of already taken it on all the other assets. So I don't know about that as like a goal. All I know is that we want to go lower. Yes, I don't know, unless we get a strength switch of some sort, maybe on the lower time frame. Let's go to the 15. So nothing really is here, to be honest. Nothing that I'm noticing. Oh, wait, actually, we do have a strength switch. Hold on. Yes, we do have a 2-stage here. SMT. Oh, shit. I could put SMT, but I just like to have a default. We have a strength switch right here. Nice. Okay, cool. 1800 candles. Already taken it, though. And we don't have a 50-minute model. We do have a 50-minute model back up to the upside. Not really what I want to see. I ideally want to stay bearish. But we did tap the 1800 candle. We do have a C2 back up to the upside. But, you know, not ideally what I want to be doing right now. Again, we have a gap here. Let me just look at the 4-hour one more time. Ideally would want to remain bearish. Because if we start chopping around, I probably wouldn't want to be involved anymore. Why? Because we're technically within a consolidation. So I would want to go from range high to range low. Because especially since the EQ of this range is very sensitive, which we're kind of already at right now, to be honest. Yeah, like just about. So, I mean, realistically speaking, we could bounce off this and go back up, or we could just continue chopping, which I personally don't want to do right now. Anyways, I don't have anything right now, so let's just... Holy son of a bitch. Okay, we ended up coming back into this consolidation, giving us another C2 back to the downside. This would also put in another SMT. This is the... Alright, let's see here. We kind of already have this. Hold on a second. NQ is giving us the best framework, though. YM is kind of barreling down, but NQ is giving us the best framework. I'm kind of crossed on what asset to choose. I like NQ, though, because the framework is just better. It's just better. Alright, I'm gonna see... Oh, yeah, I'm gonna take NQ. I'm sorry. Short here. Have to do that. And maybe... like so. Shit, I took the wrong asset. They've already tapped in. Consolidation. Fuck. I fucked up. Ah, wrong asset. I took the wrong asset. I should have took NYM when I saw it. Because I was like looking at it and I could have did this here. And I could have took it to, whoa, 6R. 5, holy cow. That would have been $5,000, dog. Could have also took it on, damn. I literally was looking at YM, but as you guys can see, didn't get it though. Alright, next day, whatever. That's another thing. Always, sometimes the wrong asset. I knew YM was like our like weaker asset. Oh god. You're probably like, why did you say oh god? This is a consolidation. As you can see. We're in a consolidation. Sick and tired of being in consolidations. Because you have to be careful in them. You can get chopped up. You have to be very careful with consolidations. This is a consolidation. Consolidation high, and then realistically consolidation low. Or consolidation low here. I guess, maybe, potentially. Consolidation high. Consolidation low. Can't really tell that much on ES. Let's see. It's a fucking consolidation. Shit. Okay, V-shape reversal at the highs here. Consolidation lows would be like here, I guess. V-shape reversal at the highs. SMT at the highs. Between this. I'm gonna mark it out. This really does help you find narrative. Because sometimes you forget that it's there. This is like one of the biggest reasons why I'd get chopped up sometimes. Because you need to be aware of what phase of price you're in. Okay, so V-shape reversal. Technically consolidation. Took range high to range low. Another consolidation. Took range high to range low. So now we're in like an expansionary phase, right? 4 hours supports expansion to the downside. Could also be that we're, reclaiming new day opening gap, so we might just want to continue going lower, right? New day, I don't even know where this new day opening gap starts, right? Like that. YMs are lagging asset because we've yet to take out this low, which, is technically an SMT. 1800 candle is, so I'm guessing we have a 50-minute CISD, and we do 50-minute CISD, 50-minute CISD, great. There is an SMT here, so, we don't have anything right now, to be honest, in terms of entry and stuff. There's nothing. Oh, what the hell? Why isn't this working? There we go. Oh, wow. So we tapped back into this 15-minute model here. We could play the lagging asset, so it never tapped back in, so it's an SMT. Can play the lagging asset and just go lower. YM would be our lagging assets, right? And then, just better framework. Oh gosh, actually, this is a consolidation. This is a consolidation. I realistically cannot take this. See, this is also a consolidation. We took range low. I can't take this. See, we're already kind of flipping on these assets. This is another consolidation, by the way. This is another consolidation. Okay. Failure to manipulate? Is that what's going on here? Yeah, I didn't think so. Manipulate the low. We're coming back up within the range. 15-minute model back up to the high. Failing. Leaving a failure swing. Let's back out because I'm getting a little bit confused. And we do have SMTs, right? So we have SMT here. So, the 15-minute model is set with SMT. Let's see, SMT, 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 SMT. I can't see it. SMT. So, this could potentially be our low of day, right? We're leaving a shit ton of failure swings. Ideally I'd want to go lower, but that's just what the price is showing me right now. New day opening gap. We tapped into this low. Valid reason to want to go back higher now. Could be low of day. We have the consolidation low here. The only issue is that this is the low of day. I realistically should not be taking the first CISD. We didn't even tap back. Okay, actually, yeah, SMT, close over. I think I can take this. But I don't know if I can take this, like... Shit. Sorry, that was kind of like a consolidation. I'm going to do that because I don't like that it's coming back on me. Shit. Yep. Damn, just when I had it. And it was a good entry too. Why did I enter that? Because we had an SMT here. This was the change in state. This was the continuation, playing the continuation model. Enter as soon as we close over here. I could enter that because we had SMT. We had SMT fill. Entered, targeted 2R. Didn't meet it, unfortunately. Yeah. Took, honestly, not... Yeah, this was the best asset to take it on. Solid framework. Because I wouldn't have been able to enter this until, like, this candle, and it would have been, like, yeah. But couldn't get the 2R, 3R, so that's the same. I mean, avoiding losses, so, I mean, that's good. Next day. It's kind of tough because we're in these consolidations. We're still in the fucking consolidation. Actually, hold on a minute. This is, like, when I tell you this is the messiest price action ever. Consolidation. We're still in a consolidation here, 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 here. Can we please get out of the consolidation? Look at this. Look at this price action. It's like deep retracements. Why deep retracements? Because it's a consolidation. If you ever like look at the chart and you're like, I don't know what the hell is going on, you're probably in a consolidation. Like, let's be honest here. The only tricky thing with this is that I don't know where this consolidation starts and ends. I think this is the high. Sometimes it's easier to look at like, and typically really this is the consolidation low, really. It's a huge ass consolidation. Huge. This is a weekly consolidation. Yikes. I'll just put it as here for now because we're technically within this candle. And this candle overlaps that. And then look, once I go back to the daily, you're going to be like, ah, yes, I see the consolidation now. I'm very good at identifying consolidations. But do I still get caught in them? Yeah, from time to time, but I've reduced like I've reduced like when I'm caught in them. Because when there's a lot of times I come across price action and I'm just like, I don't know what the hell's going on. And usually when that happens, it's because you're probably in a consolidation. This is the month of March. Shitty ass month. Shitty month. Like, what the fuck is this? Like, you see, we have no clear market structure here. We get up, and then we come back into the bullish for value, and then we go up, and then after that, it's like jumble. And then this is like, what is this? Jumble. This is not the same low. I kind of started marking out. I started marking out this consolidation right here. Jumble. See, look at this. What the frick? And then this, see, look, realistically, this really should be here. Like, what even is this? Gosh. This is terrible. I don't even know if I want to engage in this. I probably have to wait. Yeah, no, I have to skip today. I have to skip it. Look. Look at this. Oh, God. You could probably move the consolidation here because it's localized in this area now. This one is very hard to do, but you see how we're not moving out of it? Consolidation. Finally, now we're out of it. Great. Finally out of it. Okay, great. Golly. Oh, that's a Wednesday. This is a Thursday. But don't get too excited yet, because now we're at all-time highs, right? Yes, it expanded higher. The question now is failure to manipulate or manipulate, right? But expansion usually sees a different phase of price after we've taken consolidation high. What phase of price can we see? Well, probably consolidation or retracement. Is this a consolidation? To be honest, I'd kind of consider this a consolidation. You probably can't tell, but actually maybe not. Why maybe not? Because actually this is just a continuation of the expansion. But now we've taken this high, marked with SMT. So, potentially a retracement. Alright, let's see. 6 a.m. candle does support expansion. YM is the weaker of the assets. NQ stronger, ES middle. Alright, yeah. Technically this is a retracement, right? This is, well, is it a retracement though? I don't know, guys. It's seriously kind of giving consolidation. This kind of took both sides. I'm actually banking on us like coming back within the range. That's kind of what I want to see. 50-minute C2 down to the downside, consolidation. Told you. Look at this. Consolidation, manipulation to the high. Then we consolidate again. Consolidation is usually a continuation signature, but we're taking the high, came back within the range, right? SMT. It would be cool to see a strength switch. I want to see these to start flipping though. This is pre-market though, but see, I can't take this. Why? Because the CISD is not confirmed. These haven't flipped either. Looks like this is starting to want to flip. Let's do 1 minute. See, that's what I was looking for. Now we have the CISD, but it's already kind of gone. Damn. Range high to range low, but it's already kind of gone. What do I do now? These are starting to flip. So we could maybe play the catch-up game. No strength switch. I know that I can see. We have a 30-minute CISD, but this is the high, right? I would need to see like continuation. And then we flipped upwards. So what's going on right now? There's too much going on. Let's go back to the 4-hour. So we ended up putting in an SMT at the low. I think that was already there though. SMT at the lows here out of a POI. Yes. Expansion into what phase of price, right? What phase of price are we in? If I know what phase of price we're in, then I can... It's hard to say. Which is very rare for me. I usually know, but like expansion, we have to see another phase of price. I think it was consolidation for real. So we're within this range, then we manipulate range low. To then go higher. I don't know, dog. I think it has to be consolidation. Because we came down, then we're kind of in this range, then we took the high. You know, and then we manipulate the low, right? SMT. So I think it has to be high. This is actually not like the usual structural things I look at, but that's like for normal price action. This is like strange ass price action. There's a SMT at the lows here. So we have a 15-minute, well, it's not really confirmed yet, but See, this is look at the range high consolidation, right? We consolidated, we took the high, but then this one went low, manipulated the low, so we actually should start to see, look at this. Manipulated the low being down there. Still failure to manipulate, perhaps, potentially. I need to see a 50-minute model, though. Ugh. I mean, it is manipulated, technically, I guess. I just don't like the framework. I want to see... Yes, there we go. The question is what asset to take, though. That's the tough part. Because this is just barreling up, right? I can't really say any of these are lagging. This is the one that put in the SMT. I really should have took this as soon as we did, but I couldn't. These are the lagging assets. You can potentially see them catch up. Right? This is the SMT low. I'm probably just gonna go for 2R though, but this is probably... No. No! It ended up manipulating the frickin' low after all. I should have just frickin' took YM. Ah! Wrong asset. It ended up continuing to manipulate. As soon as it took this, I should have just entered. I could have entered. This is the CISD. Continuation over. Could have did this. And then targeted 2R. Should have just went with YM. See, that's another issue I'm having. Like, my trades will be right, but asset selection is a bitch. Consolidation. This is a potential consolidation. What the fuck? No clear price structure whatsoever. This is terrible. Oh, I'm on a week. Oh, I was like, what the hell? I didn't see that. No, oh yeah. No, but I was still... Oh! I accidentally click a week. Okay. Yeah, but regardless, consolidation, right? This is looking like a consolidation just from looking at the daily. And as I thought, consolidation. We are back in internal range liquidity. That's true, but no, I saw this is a consolidation. The issue is, I don't know where the consolidation begins and ends. That's the confusing part. I feel like this is a part of the consolidation, but I could be wrong. Regardless, this is some sort of consolidation. Expansion, what is this? You know what I mean? Ah, I knew it. See? Consolidation. Manipulation into expansion. And then now we're... Consolidation. Oh my god. Manipulation into expansion. And now we're retracing back up into this 1 hour... or 30-minute model. Could be a continuation to go lower. Can we get a 50-minute model here? There we go. Out of a 45-minute, what the? 4 hour, yeah, didn't support expansion. We have SMT at the highs. 15-minute pullback into the fair value gap. The only thing is we took the lows. We have nothing to target. Ugh. We could play catch up maybe. But catch up only works if you still have a valid low to target. We can try it. Consolidating. Consolidating. Got it. Nice. Oh, to be honest, we didn't really have a draw. So let's just recap what happened real quick and why I took this trade, right? It's a consolidation, manipulation, expansion meets expansion. We manipulated the high and then went lower. Ideally, we would want to see a manipulation back, but this is a consolidation, which is a continuation signature. So these are actually lagging assets, right? So these will probably end up catching up with YM. So if I had taken these assets, these would have lagged and they would have fell behind YM. But you know, continuation signature, even though we didn't have a draw below necessarily, although now that I'm looking at this is looking like one huge freaking consolidation. Look at this. It's looking like one huge consolidation. So it could be going to consolidation lows because this is, yeah, look, we're within this candle's range, so that could be it. Yeah. But we also have the fair value of that, so we can go deeper in there. But this is ranging, lagging assets, leading right now. Also my entry model, I'm trying to keep it like 15, M15 confirmation with the M3 entry right now. But to be honest, guys, I've learned how to enter a lot of different types of trades and use a lot of different types of time frame alignments and stuff like that. As you can see, oh crap, so we consolidated, right? We consolidated here. And I'm looking for an SMT. Yeah, so SMT right here, and then we ended up going back higher, and then we ended up trying to catch up to YM a little bit, but not really. YM is our leading asset right now, but what is this? A consolidation. This is a consolidation right here, right here, right here. So right now, YM is the one waiting, and it's probably waiting to allow potentially NQ and ES to catch up. So ES is also consolidating, NASDAQ is also consolidating a little bit, but not as much as YM. And that's just what I'm noticing here. But I'm going to drop back out. I'm going to get back up to the daily here. This is a Monday. Oh gosh, it's a Monday. Okay. Let's go to the weekly real quick. We're still within this week's range. I mean... consolidation, weekly consolidation, right? That's what we're dealing with. Hopefully we're out of it, but we are within previous week's range. Ideally, I want to leave it. I want to see previous week's high, hopefully. But yeah, weekly is not giving us much to work with here in terms of confluences. Daily is not giving us much either. All I know is right now, last week, we ended up back within the range. Monday expanded, went lower, expanded, and we came back within the range on Friday. Now we're within the range opening up on Monday. We are within this bearish fair value gap, so that could serve as, you know, something to push us back up to the upside here. Now, with that being said, we are consolidating. Can't really tell on the 4-hour as much, but we are. 1800 candles high. Oh crap, 1800 candles high is here. So we've kind of just been, we opened up high and then low. We've kind of just been low, low, low the whole day here. Really shitty framework, by the way. really shitty framework. With that being said, we're gonna have to go down to the hourly to possibly try and get on side with this. Now, like I said, consolidation, and we do have a consolidation here as well. Consolidation. Now, why did I mark up this high and this low? Because this is the range that we're in right now. And this one is a lot harder to tell. So I'm gonna drop down to the 30-minute. We're not. Okay, yeah. We're actually about to break this range here. So this would be the range high because we're within the range of this candle's high and low, right? Now, let's see here. Now, what's the most probable thing? I would honestly... So, what would probably happen? Because YM is consolidating, right? And these are looking very eager to go lower. So, what could be happening here is that YM is consolidating to allow NQ and ES to catch up. Potentially. Right? With that being said, if that's going to be the case, what would be the best assets to trade? Probably NQ, right? Probably NQ. Whew. If we want to go lower. Sorry guys, I'm just a little bit cold. And remember how I said we were going to range low? This candle's low. We did actually end up taking it, which is cool. I don't know. By the way, this waiting for these assets to catch up is just a theory. I'm not 100% sure. But if you look at it here, if you look at, how do I put this? If you go from here to here, right? You can see which one is like lower on the range. Let's see here. Obviously this is like relative, I guess. See, you can see that YM is the one lower on the range. So these two assets might want to catch up. But I think if we want to trade lower, NASDAQ is probably our guy, right? Now, what do I need to see for me to get on side with this? Ideally, I would want, oh crap, I think I came too low. Did not mean to do that. Ideally, I would like to see a manipulation or SMT put in at these highs here. That's what I want to see. So I'm just going to go for 15 minutes. Why 15 minutes? Because I need a 15-minute model. So there we go. SMT. Got it. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Exactly what I was expecting. Now, what can I do now? Mark that out. Go down to 3-minute. We already have our 3-minute CISD. Although, technically this is low of day. Wouldn't technically want to see... Okay, let's try this. Let's try to see if we can get a continuation. I don't really want to take the first CISD at the high of day. Look at YM. Shit, YM. And that's why we don't take the first CISD, because of that. Deep retracements like that. This is actually... Oh, shit. This is actually manipulation. Hold up. Hold up. Back up, back up, back up. Oh, hold on a minute. This could be failure to manipulate. SMT. SMT. Huge SMT. Because this came back. This took the low, but now we're flipping again. SMT, we have a 2-stage SMT. Strength switch. This strength moved into NASDAQ, so it's now our stronger asset. But if that's going to be alert, I still need a continuation, right? And now we're consolidating again. We took the low. I don't like that. Do we have an SMT here, though? Not... I guess. I don't know. Something about this I don't like. You're probably like, what don't you like about this? I don't like how it consolidated here. Not really my thing, but I'm going to take it because it technically is a valid continuation. I'm going to put my stop. Really and truly it can be here. Let's go for 1 to 2 because the framework is ass. I don't like how that... Come on, just expand. I'm going to move to break even. I don't like how it's struggling. We're consolidating again. Consolidating. And can we get some expansion to the upside? We're struggling. We're struggling. We're consolidating. We're struggling. And we got it. Thank God. Okay, there. Great. Oh, boy. Yeah, I was gonna go lower. Why? Why didn't I go lower? Let's go back to 50 minutes. Why didn't I go lower? SMT 1. Let's put that SMT. Reversal signatures, right? SMT here. I was gonna go lower because we put in this 50-minute C2 here and we dropped lower, and then also YM was dropping lower. But why did I end up flipping my bias and end up going higher? One, we ended up reversing violently back up, and we ended up putting an SMT here. But because this put in the 50-minute C2 and didn't expand away, this is telling me that this is a failure to manipulate and that we actually want to go back up higher. Mind you, this is also a two-stage SMT. Strength flipped into NASDAQ. The fact that this was the ES was the one to put in the second SMT, meaning that this became weaker while NQ became stronger. So it's a strength switch basically, right? I'm not gonna put SMT on that. So that's why I took NASDAQ, because if I had taken on ES, well, then you would have basically not gone anywhere. So, and then obviously I ignored YM because it is our the asset that's the most far along. You'd think it might be the one to come back, but I wasn't really looking at this. This is messy as hell. Cleaner framework was on NQ and ES. And the reason I took it on NQ is because we had the strength switch. Strength switched into NASDAQ. And ES became our weaker asset, basically, right? So that's why I took that. And then when I went down, I started to expand away. And then saw resistance here. So I moved my stop to break even. And then we kind of consolidated for a little bit. And then luckily this asset, ES, our weaker asset, since it's our weaker asset, it's more likely to be the one to put in the SMT. So we ended up putting in an SMT, and then that helped us propel us back up to the upside. Although this is, again, another consolidation here within this range. But, yeah. I'm guessing YM was the one to put in this reversal for us that helped us, again, propel us back to the upside. But it's really weak expansion, not the best framework, really messy, really shite if I'm being honest with you. But a win is a win regardless. Actually, I might log this. How long has this recording been? It's been about 47 minutes. So as you guys can see, made some nice money. I'm getting a lot better. And you're probably like, okay, what's the biggest difference that you've done to improve your trading? Identifying phases of price, just being able to read phases of price, understanding, your first entry confirmation or directional switch, which is your first CISD, and then understanding your continuation confluence, which is coming back into a fair value gap, closing over an order block, which is this. I didn't really like this because it was like kind of a consolidation. So I didn't really like this, but it is, nonetheless, it's still an entry confirmation. I think one of the reasons I entered, though, was because there was an SMT. It's very small, very subtle here. But if you zoom in, you can see that there's an SMT between here, which is one of the reasons why I did decide to enter, and then it did move away, so I was like, all right, fine. And then we have the really nice V-shaped reversal here, expanding away. So that's kind of why I decided to enter that here. Very late completion, but it is what it is. A win is a win, right? But yeah, so yeah, phases of price, understanding phases of price, understanding your aligned time frames, your 30-minute with your 30-minute confirmation with your 3-minute entry, your 15-minute confirmation with your 3-minute entry, or your 1-minute entry, your 4-hour confirmation with your 15-minute entry, your 1-hour confirmation with your 5-minute entry, and so on and so forth. I can basically use any time frame alignment to enter a trade, but I decided that it was getting a little bit too convoluted, so I decided to just use 50-minute with 3-minute. So that's kind of what I'm working on right now. I'm gonna kind of work on it and see if, it continues to work out. And if it does, I'll probably just continue using 50-minute with 3-minute. But realistically speaking, I can use any time frame alignment. So there's that, but I think the biggest thing is just aligning your time frames, understanding how your weekly is informing your daily, how your daily is informing your 4 hour, how you get from your 4 hour to your 50 minute, and how you get from your 50 minute to your 3 minute, or your other aligned time frames, basically. Um, and basically just feeling the market. I've studied so much, learned so much, restructured how I'm looking at the market, and I feel like it's at some point it just becomes a feeling. You kind of just know, and then accept the risk and so on and so forth, right? But I still have a lot of improvements to do, a lot of improvements to go. We can look at my analytics. They're bad. They're really bad. 39 win rate. 8R. And then I was doing really bad here. Why was I doing very bad in these ones? Because I was mostly using a lot of different aligned time frames, like 4 hour with 15 minute, 1 hour with 5 minute, 30 minute with 3 minute. And that's kind of how that was looking. I did these back testings yesterday, and then after when I woke up this morning, I was like, all right, I know how to read direction because my direction is usually correct, right? But when I go to enter, my entries are always what fumbles me. Like I always get it wrong. So this morning I was like, all right, I know the issues with my entries. Maybe I just need to pick one aligned time frame, stick with that, and kind of work with that for now. So I decided to just use the 15 minute with the 3 minute and kind of focus more heavily on my aligned focus more heavily on my phases of price and focus more on getting the direction correct, and then looking for those 15 minute entries with the 3 minute CISD. Now I can take continuations, and I honestly prefer to take continuations, but I can also take the first CISD depending on the situation. If it's not the lower high day, then I can take the first CISD. If we're at the higher lower day, then I'll probably take the continuation. It really just depends, right? And that's kind of how I got to my 8R here. Didn't take a lot of trades here. Why? Because of those daily consolidations. But when I did take trades, really high probable trades, really nice. 8R on the month, really good. Hoping I can continue this. And just see how it goes. Yeah, but this is the first one of January, guys. Starting off good. This is my 8th month now. January is my 8th month. And I'm looking to see some improvements. If you don't give up, you'll eventually see the results that you're looking for, right? So I'm happy that this session was good and you guys got something from it. But yeah, you're seeing the metamorphosis happen real time, and good way to start off January 1st. All the work is going to pay off, and as long as I don't give up, then the results will come eventually, right? Now, with that being said, have a happy New Year's, guys. I hope you have a wonderful January 1st. I'll see you in the next one. Uploads are probably going to be a little bit irregular as I'm trying to just focus on myself right now and just really hone in on my skills. I don't want to share results with you guys that aren't going to yield good results. And I'd rather you have the best version of me so you guys can also benefit and learn from how to trade like me if you want to do that, and basically just understand how I'm looking at the market. So I'll see you when I see you. Have a happy new year. If you have any questions, leave them down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.